You know, I've been thinking about this for roughly the past year or two now, and it's kind of just come to fruition to me. I don't know. I woke up today, I tried doing the same thing, and I think it just finally clicked. So I'm now deciding to make a video about it and talk about it. So my nice little morning routine, I like to wake up, I like to take a shower, I like to get my breakfast, I like to get my coffee, and I like to watch a YouTube video. But this has been my morning routine since I was like late elementary, early middle school. This has been my routine. And I still do it to this day. It's just comforting for me. That's how I like to start my day. Just enjoy my breakfast, watch something I enjoy, and then move on with my day. But I have found myself realizing every day it gets harder and harder to find a video that I want to watch or that I'm really interested in. And I've always been wondering for like the past year now, I'm like, have I changed? Have I just grown up and I don't enjoy YouTube anymore? Or has YouTube changed so much that it's made me not enjoy it anymore? And for the longest time, I was thinking, oh, I'm just growing up. I don't find this as interesting, blah, blah, blah. But I got to really thinking about it today, and I think I have finally come up with the conclusion that YouTube has changed so much. And I still enjoy the same things I enjoyed when I was in middle school. I still enjoy playing video games, playing whether it's Call of Duty Zombies, Minecraft every now and then, like whatever, making videos. Right now, I've wanted to do this since I was like in late elementary, early middle school. I still enjoy all of these things, but why am I not enjoying watching content that I used to so much? So that's what leads me to believe that YouTube has changed so much in the past decade. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but it might be bad for people my age. If you guys don't know, I am 22 years old, so I'm kind of, talking for people around my age group that like watched a lot of YouTube in like the 2010s around that time, which is absolutely insane to think 2010 was 14 years ago. But yeah, man, I think I just find myself missing the old YouTube. I feel like nowadays YouTube is on such a high standard, especially when it comes to videos. That's why I like making these type of videos that I am now. It reminds me of like the old times, gives me a little bit nostalgia, just some gameplay in the background, me just giving some commentary. Very simple, very straightforward. You don't have another screen showing, Subway Surfers or Rocket League or whatever. You don't have me throwing up a bunch of captions acting like, you can't hear me, which you can. You can process words without also reading them. Also, hot take, I do not think if you're watching Netflix or Hulu or Max, whatever it may be, if you watch with subtitles on, you're crazy. Like, if you can hear just fine, why do you have subtitles on? Anyway, that's a hot take for another video. But yeah, man, I think I just like the simplicity, not a whole lot of editing. Like nowadays, it feels like these things, some of these videos to get big and have a good viral video, you have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars of professional editing done, hundreds of thousands of dollars into what you're making the video about. And then you also got all these big corporations and everything involved in YouTube now. And it used to not be that way. It used to be some kid with a dream, with a passion, that wanted to just entertain people. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't even all about the views. It was about people like you and me, just ordinary people that were like in their rooms, not in some fancy, multi-million-dollar studio. No, they were in their bedroom. You could literally see their bed and everything else in the background. You could hear their family members in the background sometime, right? And they just sat down, recorded a gameplay, genuinely enjoyed themselves, and made it a video. And I feel like that's why YouTube, it used to feel so much more comforting and enjoyable because it was so real. Nowadays, it's like everything is scripted and staged and faked, and you don't know what's real, especially with like the revolution of AI and everything. You don't even know what's real anymore, and that's not fun. Don't get me wrong, I do think it's amazing what we've been able to develop with technology and everything, but like, I think I just find myself, I might just be old. I mean, I don't think 22 years old is that old, but apparently nowadays I'm just a complete boomer. And even when it comes to like streams, not even videos, now streams nowadays, you have to have like your whole chat popped up. You got to have some like weird AI like thing on the side of your screen. You got to have like your face cam, you got to have your bits, you got to have your donate. Like you have all this stuff covering the screen when I can't even see the gameplay, which is like probably what I'm there for, right? That's what most people want to come and see. I want to make another video kind of like this, but talking about gaming. Right now I'm trying to just focus on like YouTube and streaming and that kind of stuff. And then it doesn't even help that like on Twitch now, like 90% of Twitch, which mind you is just a free website. You can hop on Google and type in twitch.tv, and you got a bunch of these girls doing hot tub streams and everything else, which is I'm not even gonna get started on that yet either. But yeah, man, I think I just miss the old YouTube, which I'm not saying change is a very good thing as long as you change for the better. And I feel like YouTube has changed for the absolute worst. So that's why this channel, honestly, I'm not even expecting this channel to gain hundreds of thousands, millions of followers, anything like that. Views, I'm not even really worried about that stuff. That stuff doesn't affect me. I do this for like the passion, you know. I want to kind of bring back, if I possibly can, that feeling of old YouTube and old content creation. Just the brain rot that these newer like shorts, don't even get me started on YouTube shorts and TikTok and all that crap either, but just the amount of brain rot some of these things bring nowadays is just insane. I almost feel sorry for the newer generation growing up with this YouTube, because they'll never understand, you know, what, you know, I'm talking about my age group, what we saw in, like, you know, around the 2010s, that kind of stuff. Whether it was like super cheesy music videos, some kid doing a basketball trick shot in his backyard, people streaming Black Ops Zombies OG stuff, just having fun, enjoying their time. People making Let's Plays. You remember those? You remember a Let's Play? That's crazy. And I know old trends come back around with time usually, but I feel like that's just unfortunately never gonna happen with YouTube. I guess the moral of this video is, number one, I feel like I'm just getting very old. But number two, those videos, a lot of them are still out there. So, you know, if you want a nice little nostalgic feeling, I guess you can always go back to some of your, you know, older favorite channels and videos and that kind of stuff. That is the nice thing about YouTube. It's like just a giant archive. It's just like a giant time capsule on the internet, which is really cool. And the craziest part is I thought YouTube was always going to be like that way. I never thought, you know, much would change. But so I guess the moral of everything here is what I'm saying is just enjoy what you have. If you are enjoying it, just make sure you enjoy it while it lasts, because it could be gone the very next day.